Hi, and welcome to I've Been Thinking. This is where we get together and talk about tools and tips to help you live a better Christian life. And today I'm with my friend Philip Thomas, and we're going to be discussing the best tools for marking your Bible. It's important to remember where your stuff is when God speaks to you from the Word. And marking your Bible is the best method for remembering your notes. And we're going to talk about that today. So stay tuned. I've been thinking about how to share with you the best tools for marking your Bible. Many people mark their Bibles, and very often, I was talking with Philip, very often our marking starts to kind of get in the way. I want to show you an example of this. I want to show you my Bible from 50 years ago when I was first told to mark in your Bible. Now, for the first point, and this was what you were just saying, Philip, about it's okay to mark in your Bible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you mark your Bible, and it's easy to, sometimes you remember where you marked it better than the verse.
Sometimes, yeah.
You say, I remember I made a comment up in here, up in the upper right-hand corner. Anyway, sometimes it's easier to do that. But let me show you an example of why I came to the tools that I came to. Let me show you my very first Bible. This is my Bible from 50 years ago, the very first Bible I was given when I first became a Christian in college. And I was told to mark my Bible. And so I did what many people do. And I got a colored pen set, and I started to mark the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Well, I ran into problems because I was marking the Bible with an ink pen. And you can see right down here, for example, I made a note in my Bible, and then I discovered it was the wrong note. You see that spot right there?
Oh, yeah.
And so I had to just cross it out because it was in ink. So the first two comments I want to make about the first two tools, and I want you to react to these, Philip. Mm-hmm. The first tool is a wide margin Bible with a single column. You see where I have two columns here. And it's very hard to make notes on one side and notes on the other side when they're tiny little spaces. So the first tool that I would recommend is this Bible with a single thread of text and a wide margin. You see that margin over there?
Right, I do.
I can make notes. I can do an outline, and it's very clear what my notes are referring to. Now, I do make notes on this side, but the primary side is a single side, and I make all my notes on that side, and it really helps. There's plenty of wide margin Bibles out there. I recommend two good study translations, and that is the New American Standard, where you and I are studying, Philip. And I also recommend the ESV, the English Standard Version, which is both of them come with good wide margin study Bibles. And that's the first tool that I recommend is a single column Bible with a nice wide margin. The next tool that I want to talk about is, you notice my notes compared to that first page, my notes are all in pencil.
Yeah. Makes sense.
The reason for that is because if I'm writing along and I write the wrong verse and I find out later that's the wrong verse, I can erase it and change it. I can also, as the years go along, I can erase a whole section and put in a new section if I want to. So the next tool is a mechanical pencil. Not just a pencil that you have to sharpen, because what happens as you're making notes, the notes get thicker and thicker and thicker. But if you use a mechanical pencil, it stays nice and thin. And if you use a mechanical pencil with a 0.05, anyway, that stays nice and crisp and doesn't get dull. And I have fairly large hands, so the pencil that I use is a Pilot Dr. Grip because it's got a nice big grip that if I'm making a lot of notes, my hands don't have a tendency to crimp up. A lot of mechanical pencils are very thin in the barrel, and I recommend the Pilot. Now, I don't have any, I'm not getting paid for this. I've got no interest in Pilot. They're not paying me, but I recommend this pencil as a strong pencil for making notes. Now, the other thing you noticed on this page are these colored sections.
Yeah.
Where I've highlighted them with different colors, right? Now, I used to do that in ink, as I showed you in that first page, and it got really messy. And sometimes I'll make a note and I want to change it. Well, I use a pencil for these colored notes. And again, I don't use a colored pencil that you can sharpen because it has a tendency to get fatter and fatter and fatter. I recommend this pencil, and that is a Pentel mechanical pencil. Now, one thing I'm doing down below, I'm putting a link to Amazon for both the pencil, the .05 mechanical pencil, and this colored pencil. And I'm putting a link down there. You can get them. They're not very expensive, but it really helps to mark your notes. And those are the 3 favorite tools for marking my Bible: is a good wide margin Bible and a good translation, New American Standard or ESV, and a mechanical pencil that I can erase and come back to and erase over and go back, so I don't have to get a new Bible just because it got so marked up I can't read it.
Right.
And the other thing is a colored pencil for highlighting. And that colored Pentel comes with a 2.0 lead. It's a thick lead. And it comes with replacement leads in 8 different colors. And you can mark your Bible as it makes sense. So I just wanted to share those with you. I hope those make an impact in you, and I hope you find these useful tools for your marking your Bible. Any comments, Philip?
I have everything except that colored pencil.
Okay. But a lot of people say, like you were talking, a lot of people, especially young Christians, think that they can't write in their Bible.
Yeah.
I don't want to write, but it's perfectly acceptable. The Bible is your treasure. Dig in it and mark where you find the good stuff. Mark your Bible. God bless you, and we'll see you next time on I've Been Thinking.